And part of the tradition of the Minnesota State Fair, of course, is that our elected officials get the chance to meet with their constituents in person. Senator Amy Klobuchar, one of the first people through the fair gates. You can welcome the senator.
Hey, thanks, Jason.
All right, day two for you out at the fair. I want to start with a couple questions about things in the news. Congressman Eric Paulson wrote an op-ed today in the Star Tribune that talked about, basically accused you and Senator Franken of blocking a judge, a Supreme Court judge, Straz here in Minnesota, from being appointed to the Court of Appeals at the federal level. Why is that true? Are you blocking it, and why?
No, I wish Eric had just called me. He knows my number, and I would have given him the facts. The facts are that I don't know Justice Strauss. I've heard good things about him from former Justice Page, and so I wanted to see the FBI report. That got done. I asked Senator Grassley for it at the end of the month. I got it in July. End of July, I met with Justice Strauss. We had a really good meeting. I had some follow-up questions in writing. And as I said yesterday, I want to talk to him one more time, probably over the phone. And then I'll be making a decision. And the decision now is just about allowing him to advance through the process. That's what the...
And that's the question. It's not that you're going to say, yes, I'm in favor of it, but he should have a hearing, is that what the other side
Right, that's the issue. It's something called a blue slip, and so hometown senators can let them go ahead, and that is all this is about.
Okay, let's talk about the merger of, or the purchase of Whole Foods by Amazon. This has ramifications for Target, General Mills, all sorts of Twin Cities companies. That was just approved yesterday, and you're concerned?
Yeah, I didn't like that the FTC moved so quickly on that because we're starting to see bigger and bigger monopolies owning everything, basically, gobbling up companies. And why does this matter to consumers? Well, it matters because it means there's no competition after a while. It means there's less innovation when you just have one or two companies competing. You look at railroads, we're down to 4 Class 1 railroads. That's exactly the number on the monopoly board. So it's just
there are a lot of grocery stores out there, though.
There are a lot of grocery stores, but Amazon is starting to own so many things, and that's why I'm introducing a new bill when we get back about having some new antitrust standards, because I think you have to protect consumers when these kinds of things happen.
You've been on Twitter for a long time. Twitter doesn't allow bullying behavior. They ban people for bullying. Do you think Twitter should ban President Donald Trump? Some have suggested it. It's not me.
No. Okay, I can see this. No, I believe...
That's right. Some boos, too, right?
I don't believe he should be banned because I believe in the First Amendment. That does not mean that I don't agree with some of these things he said. I think they are not consistent with civility in politics. They don't advance the ball, and I think people would just like him to settle down so we can get some things done in Washington.
All right, we're at the fair. You have been coming to the fair since you were a little kid here growing up in Minnesota. What are some of your favorite things about it?
Well, my favorite things are, of course, the cheese curds, Princess K of the Milky Way. Years ago, they used to take the butter shavings that would be on the floor from the sculptures, put them on saltines, and I was little.
You're kidding?
Yeah, and they gave you free crackers with saltines. That was cool. They don't do it anymore.
Nothing's free out here now.
And then you know what they do with their butter bus when they're done?
Like a corn roast, right?
That's right. Yeah. A lot of them bring them to the town corn roast. They just dig in.
That's pretty good. Have you ever been carved in butter?
No, I have not. There's always something
I know. I kind of would like it, too. I think it's pretty cool.
A statue in the Capitol, but it would melt.
That's true. That's probably the right way to go, right? A temporary statue for us all. Have it melt away.
That would be better, yeah.
Very good. Senator Amy Klobuchar, thanks so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
There she is. She tells everyone her booth is right by the snake exhibit.
Snake Zoo.
The Snake Zoo.
Yes.
It's where they keep the politicians. What can you do, right? That's right. It's her joke, not mine. Don't send angry emails. All right.